Steel Built family, welcome back. Um, I'm glistening a little bit because it's 90 degrees in upstate New York right now. It's supposed to get even hotter tomorrow, so yay for us. But today we're going to do a little bit of lat work. We're going to do some lat pull downs. I'm going to show a couple different variations of that, and then we're going to get into a little bit about faith. Um, Doing this is definitely starting my own business, and it's great when I have a lot of clients and everything's working great, and then you start kind of feeling bad about yourself when you don't. You start taking it personally, and so we're just gonna do a little bit of scripture on faith and just having faith when it's tough, and what do you do when you're doing everything right and it still isn't working. All right, so with a lat pull down, we're going to be working our mid back. We're working the lats, the latissimus dorsa, and so we're going to be doing upper, middle back. This really shouldn't hit your lower back unless you do this one thing wrong, and I'll show you in a second. When you do behind the neck's fine, as long as when I first did this when I was a young kid and we were in gym class doing this, it always hurt my shoulders. It really just felt like something was shearing off in there when I would do it behind the neck. Now that I'm a little bit older, a little bit stronger, I still don't go super heavy with these. Like, I might do 6 different sets, and the behind the neck will be in the first 3 when we're doing really, really light, and then as I get heavier doing a lat pull down, I'm gonna go just quit doing it because I don't want to hurt myself. So we're just trying to pull ourselves down. Try not to arch your neck too much. You're not trying to go too much forward. If all you can do is here, that's okay too. But keep working in to being able to go down as far as you can. And if we're doing, your grip is going to determine what part of that lat that you hit. So I like going wide, but then sometimes I like going in shorter, like to go narrower, like doing a reverse grip. So when I get in here, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to arch my chest up, I'm going to look up, and when I pull down, I'm not going to do any of this jerking backward stuff, because that's when I get that lower back into it, and if I'm really trying to ego lift, that's when I'm going to hurt myself. So it's just a pin to your chest. You don't have to slam it in. Don't start going down into here. When you're going into there, you've lost it. You're not working that muscle anymore. You're getting your shoulders involved. You're getting a lot of different things, and if you're going heavy and doing that, you should probably be going heavier. So I like to use a grip where I'm really gripping that bar. And like I said, it's just pull down, I look up, I do it where I'm feeling strong. And then maybe I change up and I do a shorter grip. Still same form. Even if I'm going narrow, which for me, the narrower grip I use, and you don't have to use this bar. Sometimes I like using, you can use like a tricep extension bar. You can use a V bar where you're like this. And when I use that one, it seems to me that it hits all those like spinal erector muscles. And same thing, I can reverse my grip, and now it's more like a pull-up. And pause at the bottom if you want to make it tougher. If I go real close, then I do really feel it in those spinal erector muscles. If I want to play, I can do it like this. But it's really about where it's sitting your back and getting that nice good grip. Feel it. Go slow and really try to push and pull those shoulder blades back. So I'm trying to align them and pull them into the back, and then I'm pulling. So the whole goal is to hit that muscle and just make it flex and just feel full of blood and get that great pump going. So that's when you know you're working that muscle. It's not when you're just jerking it from any different direction, and sure, you're putting up weight, but you're also putting your joints at risk. You're putting a lot of things at risk that you really don't need to. You don't want to play with your discs. I've herniated a disc. It hurts. It sucks. There's no good from it. All right, so now we'll get into our scripture. Our scripture today is Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. So, if you feel like God put something in your heart and you're trying for it as hard as you can and it's still not working, where do you go from there? It's a really tough question. It's a question that I've had to ask myself, that it sucks. It sucks when you feel like you're giving it everything, your all, and you just still can't do it. You're trying as hard as you can, and for whatever reason, it's just not happening. And that's where you got to keep reading and keep pushing. For me, it's been these videos, it's been clients that, and sometimes it's not their fault. Sometimes it's just, money can be short, especially in these times. Things can happen. And let's be honest, working out's great. It feels great. It's awesome. But you can't put it before your family. You can't put it before money on the table or, food on the table. You can't put it before the bills. So work out as hard as you can. Find something either in God, well, definitely through God, but also find something that you love to do. And then when you're in that hopeless place, when you can't figure out what's going on, keep going back to that. Keep going back to God. Keep hitting the weights. Keep making your body feel great and keep making your mind strong so that when you get to that wall, you don't want to throw up your hands and say, God, I just don't understand. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you can have faith that no matter what happens, He's got you. You can have faith that no matter what wall hits, you can climb over it. And it takes a lot of work to do that. It takes a great partner to be able to back you. I said last week that I had a great partner in my wife, and I really do, because there's times when I feel that way. And I go to her, and I'm just like, I don't understand. I'm giving it my all. I'm doing everything I can. I'm trying to get my name out there. I'm trying to do these things. She's like, but it takes time. It's okay. Have faith. Know what's going on. The funniest thing is when I first started doing all this and I first started getting my kids into God and first started really coming back to the Lord, my wife wasn't always for it. But through all these experiences and through listening to a lot of good sermons on the radio, which sometimes I don't have time to read either. So I'll flip it over to a channel or a station that's playing sermons, playing God's music, playing whatever I can, and that's what I turn to for that strength. Turn to whatever makes you feel strong in the Lord. Turn to whatever makes you feel good that isn't sinning. Because I can't say just turn to whatever makes you feel good, because we all know we'll all do some pretty messed up things if it was just that. But turn to those things that make your body feel strong. So that's going to be it for today. And I want to thank everybody. And as always, have a great day and let God be your guide.